me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. And he's going to bring it out. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. How about that for starting things with a bang? Opening kickoff and house that baby. What a job there. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense first. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got...
There he goes! Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Open space at the 25. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Motion from the wideout. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Syracuse right back at it. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Orange. Fitted in the window for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And he's in for the 2nd score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. They'll send the tight end in motion. They're going to run it. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Turns it loose deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 40.
And that time the defense in 3rd and long, 6 DBs on the field. There's not going to be anywhere to throw the football with that zone coverage. They do a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, David. They break on the ball for the pick.
Yeah, great job forcing the 3rd and long, predictable situation. Like you said, now you got them right where you want them. You practice those situations, all those extra DBs, and they make the big play.
This offense has it with really good field position. Going right to work up top. Bringing the heat. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Takes it the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, do they set up some field position.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
And the sudden change situation even more difficult for this defense facing a 1st and goal. Power ahead. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Got it behind the line. It's Morrison. And that's good for the completion percentage and bad for the yardage. They lose ground on that one. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Guys, they're really starting to find a rhythm in conference play now. They'll try to keep it going through the rest of this ACC slate.
I think it's really important because they're building confidence early in the season. There were a lot of expectations on this team to play well, and they've been doing that. Obviously, David, they've got bigger challenges ahead.
Yeah, and the conference play, obviously you want to see that continue to grow, the confidence, the familiarity with each other within, obviously, is a lot of time that's a big deal, the rivalries that come with it. So, great start, a lot of positive momentum built for this squad.
He's got his man across the middle. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Syracuse right back at it.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's looking deep. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Orange will have to punt, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First play of the period, 1st down here. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got some space. Creates a little room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, 3rd and short, I just got to fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy. You know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Syracuse right back at it.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Trying play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Keene. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Syracuse. After the score, we'll see if that pre-zone will fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
28, Syracuse.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time David sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. To the air on 1st down. Gets rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Morrison. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through and play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty. It's not fun. But let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
The Orange will have to punt. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Good timing on the quick out. At the 45 on his way. All kinds of room to the right. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Lost a throw on 1st down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This guy's just playing like an All-American his last couple of games out now. Last game, he had 2 sacks. He just registered his 2nd sack in this game. He has been virtually unblockable.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see it. Turning it on! And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Noles! That That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. On the run, it's Morrison. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Syracuse right back at it. Wants to go up top. He'll get rid of it. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
He'll field the punt and look for room. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going.
He's going for a big play downfield. Grabs it inside the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The inside handoff. Got enough space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Here's the Heat, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense. It up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Selvia. Touchdown Seminoles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Syracuse, 17.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He'll do it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They were rolling with the option, and the quarterback kept it, but he couldn't hang on to the football.
I'm impressed with this defense. They are locked in and defending the option right now. Guys are playing assignment football, and they're just doing a great job with their eye discipline. They saw the QB pull that ball. They knew exactly who had it. They got to him and created the turnover.
Fires to the right. Got him downfield. Thought for a minute they were going to turn that into a score. They get the big play, but time runs out here in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half.
56, Syracuse, 17.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is...
Breaks into the open.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Syracuse with a major problem and a long way to go on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air, it's Selvia. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 20. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field.
Pass interference.
That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Here comes the offense on second down. Now the play fake. Swings it out to his running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Might be changing the route. On fourth down, they'll pass for it, using his feet to buy time. He just threw it away, couldn't find a man, and I guess at least he saved a few yards of field position. Great place to start for this offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Spins away from the defense. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Off-play action on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. It's complete to the right.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure, and I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. The returner will field it and try to get some field position.
The return is brought down.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Selvia. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate...
Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Knowles. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football game.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line.
Base 27, jump.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and going to complain.
Let's go.
Dropping back, it's Selvia. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Motion from the wide receiver. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Rolling right and going deep. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
22, water.
We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking for space, it's Levy. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Quick completion on the out route. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Seminoles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delayed game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Dropping back, it's Selvia. He's got it and still on his feet. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Snap in the shotgun. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rubble. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Fires downfield. Working on the right. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. 1st and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Across the 25, he's got room. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
Out of bounds right at the 10-yard line as they are threatening to score. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw. It's Selvia. He's got it on the move. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Florida State, 70. Syracuse, 20.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. And back to the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know.